Hi everyone, welcome to Board of Tanks with StewiejP. I'm StewiejP, you're not, and this is TxTheBest. It is 59-16. This is the first game of this double shot of Tier 6 Chinese light tank action. TxTheBest from RATZ clan, he loves his 59-16, and this is why. Games like this on Redshire is what light tanks are all about. TxTheBest is going to be followed up by another replay featuring panzerquack in his Type 64, the premium Chinese Tier 6 light tank. As TxTheBest doesn't stuff around. He's in a Tier 8 game in a Tier 6 light tank. That's not going to stop him doing his absolute best. He's not one of these blokes that complains about matchmaker and complains about getting low tier, as he lights up a couple of Lorraine 42s, the new premium French auto-loading medium tanks, and unless he doesn't have 6th sense, he didn't even get lit when he lit up those auto-loading French premium medium tanks, the new Lorraine 40Ts. So he's already picked up a little bit of spotting damage for the start. He looks like he's spotted 4 tanks, the T-37, the Cromwell, and those 2 Lorraines. And he's also been invited to platoon. And have a look at the fast-firing gun. This Chinese 59-16 is looking at that T-37. That T-37 doesn't know where that's coming from, and of course it's fast firing because it's an auto loader. It's a 5-shot auto loader which does 115 average damage, 85 penetration, 105 penetration with APCR premium rounds, or 106. Puts a couple of shots into the spick as artillery picked up the kill on that T-37 that he was shooting not so long ago. He's reloaded now. The auto aim's on the spick. Pretty confident that the auto-loading German light tank is on the reload. So he charges forward, gets himself a little bit of damage. He's already on 1,000 hit points of damage as he goes to town on the Cromwell. Fires his last shot. The Lorraine 40T picks up the kill on the Tier 7 German light tank, and with the score on 4-1. Try not to blink because it's all happening on Redshire. Two Lorraine 40Ts still alive, and that looks like that's what TxTheBest is trying to unload his clip on. Doesn't bother with the last shell, takes a reload instead. He's only got 12 standard rounds left and 15 APCR. He wants to make sure they all count. Some nice side shots into the French tank. Takes another reload. Only got 8 standard shells left. Even though they're winning, that wasn't the enemy Lorraine 40 ton, that was the friendly one that rammed him. 4-all the score now. TxTheBest has picked himself up 1,371 hit points of damage. One of the Lorraines have been killed on the enemy side, and TX is looking for the other one. Even though he's in a little Tier 6 light tank, he's not stuffing around. He's not camping at the back. He's using his mobility and his camo rating to try and carry this game. He keeps that 40T lit, and while that 40T is focusing on the 1375, looks like TxTheBest is going to have a ripper here, try and flank it. But here's a better target, the ISU 152. Puts a couple of shells into the side of the Russian Tier 8 tank destroyer, takes a reload. Only going to have 3 shells in this clip. Maybe he needs to get the hell out of Dodge here. Puts 1, 2, 3 shots into the Lorraine 40T. Doing his job here, waiting for his teammates to try and help, using the ISU 152 as a little bit of cover, and his clip comes back. Gets tracked, fixes his track, puts another shot into the Lorraine, shoots that one, looks like it missed, or critical hit him. Puts 1 shot into the tank destroyer, another shot into the tank destroyer, gets taken out by the IS-3. But I tell you what, he certainly did his job. Not many people were rushing to help him. 886 assisted damage to TxTheBest in the 59-16 auto-loading Chinese Tier 6 light tank up against a couple of Tier 8s. The ISU 152, the SU 12244 was amongst all that, and of course the Lorraine 40T, or 2 of them. 2 of the Lorraine 40Ts. 12-6 now the score. Thankfully, it looks like they might be up for a win. 12-7. Who knows what's going to happen here? Just looks like TxTheBest at the end of this replay, looking from the points of view of the other tanks, and of course getting some nice rounds of applause from his teammates as to how he performed against those much more heavily armoured tanks. E25 picks himself up a kill. Looks like the Rain 40T on TX's side's had a pretty good game with 5 kills. And the RHM as well with 3 kills. Don't need to wait for the cap. The AMX 13F3 French tank destroyer picks up the kill and winds that one up. But what a game. It might have been quick. And it was quick and full of action. TxTheBest from RATZ clan got himself an Ace Tanker Mastery Badge in that little performance in the Tier 8 battle in a Tier 6 light tank. The Bruiser, 5 for effect, and the Confederate medal for shooting more enemy tanks than anybody else did. Which, even though it didn't last for that long, he absolutely smashed it. And he even picked up top damage. 2,382 hit points of damage, 1244 base experience. That's without a premium account or a multiplier. Fired 35 shots in that short amount of time. 25 hit, 21 went through, 2,382 damage, and a little bit of assisted, 886. Made some credits too, 11,172 credits after tax. Pardon me, 4 minutes and 22 seconds. But what a game on Red Chai from TxTheBest from RATZ clan in the 59-16, the Tier 6 Chinese light tank, as we move on to this second game in this double shot of Tier 6 Chinese light action. And of course this one features panzerquack from Calm clan and is platooned up with his old mate. Results may vary, which we saw him just the other day in a different video. In the medium tank, I think it was the medium tank. Anyway, this time it's a Tier 8 game again on Fields, and he's on a mission to do 5,000 spotting damage as a platoon. Scorpion can contribute. Let's see if he gets it. I'm not sure if he does, but I know he has an absolute ripper. Now, Sixth Sense certainly didn't go off there. That was possibly a blind shot from the Hellcat. Panzerquack in his Type 4 moved into, I suppose it was a place that wasn't an unusual bush to spot from. Changes to APCR before he starts shooting. And gets a shot into the SU 12244, but it's only going to be one shot for 115 damage. Panzerquack trying to get a little bit of vision into the northern central part of Fjords. And to try and carry this game, or try and do something in this game. The E25 dies early. Very handy tank, the premium German tank destroyer, the E25, also known as the Cockroach. Now, I'm not sure if he's got Sixth Sense or not. I can see he's got a mark of excellence on his gun barrel, so it's quite possible that somebody's just blind firing a few bushes. And he was just unlucky to cop a shot not so long ago. Did I say he had one mark of excellence on the gun barrel? No, he certainly doesn't. Have a look at that. He's got 2 marks of excellence on the gun barrel of his Type 64. So I'm tipping he's got Sixth Sense. Spots the T150, puts a shot into the big Tier 6 Russian heavy tank. Doesn't get lit. Again, I don't know yet if he's got Sixth Sense in this tank. I'm sure we'll find out soon enough. Of course, all light tanks have a bit of a camouflage bonus, and he's running a camo net, so sitting just behind these trees or these bushes will certainly help him avoid being detected by the enemy tanks. 1-2 the score. This game's certainly not as fast and furious as TxTheBest, but having seen the result, I can tell you it's he still has a pretty good game here. 2-all the score. As the SU 12244 goes down, WZ111 on Panzerquack's side goes down. He finally gets some revenge on that Hellcat. That's the guy who put the blind shot in. It looks like he's still tracked. One more shot would be nice. He's damaged his ammo rack. He's also tracked. Fixes his ammo rack, which is probably the smart thing to do. Clearly got spotted that time. And 3-all the score now. Waits for his track to fix. and just looking for some opportunistic shots in the middle. Only got 43 hit points up his sleeve now, panzerquack from Calm Clan. So he needs to be very, very careful about what he does with his health. Looks like he's going back to try and help. Results may vary in the Scorpion. Of course, that's a Tier 7 Scorpion, the American premium tank destroyer. Not the German one, a Tier 8, not the Scorpion G. The Tier 7 American premium tank destroyer doesn't look too bad. Look, it's absolutely tiny. It's probably one of the hardest tanks to hit in the world. It's absolutely tiny. And yes, no, your eyes don't deceive you. That's an OI. That's an OI on the southeast corner of the peninsula on Fjords. TxTheBest. That's his name. Name of Knucklehead. OI on the southeastern peninsula of Fjords. I've seen it all. 5 alls the score now. panzerquack's picked up 785 hit points of damage. And now I think it's going to be a little bit of a camp fest. Especially with that OI there. I mean, I understand he's a Tier 6 heavy tank, but surely he can do more than just sit back here and do absolutely nothing for his team. Maybe. Let's see how he goes. Maybe I'm wrong. panzerquack looking around for some opportunistic shots here. Looks like that Panther 8.8. Didn't think he was going to last too long. With three enemy tanks zooming in. panzerquack going for trying to make use of his camo values. There's a T-34-85. He will be hoping. He'll be talking to his platoon mate. His platoon mate will be looking at shots on the Tier 6 Russian medium tank. panzerquack's going to do the same. Pick himself up his first kill of the game. 6 cents goes off, so he moves back. He can't be hit by anyone if he wants to survive or last more than just a few seconds. So he does the right thing and falls off the back of that little ledge. Again, looking at the mini-map in the south part as artillery just misses panzerquack in his what is it? Type 64. Goes to town on this Lorraine 40T. Pretty good chance that Lorraine might be reloading. It is an autoloader, don't forget. Does have a pretty decent reload. panzerquack moving forward, looking for a bit of vision on that premium French medium tank. He gets it, puts a shot towards him, doesn't quite land, and have a look at the mini-map. 6-8 the score, 6-9 the score now, as 6-10 as the FE304 and the OI both get taken out of the game in quick succession. That OI, I wonder what would have happened if he went elsewhere. Maybe nothing else. Maybe nothing different would have happened. Does the right thing here, spots the T-43, pulls back behind some bushes, but he does get lit nonetheless, and that'll be because there's somebody coming closer and closer every few seconds. 6-10 to score. Results may vary in the Scorpion, still on full health, but of course he doesn't have any armour, so he doesn't want to be relying on his health or his hit points as panzerquack from Calm starts to move forward, trying to get some cheeky shots into these tanks, and there's a lot of them. An ISU 152, the IS-3, both at Tier 8, Lorraine 40T, the Object 252U, the new Defender tank, all these Tier 8 tanks encroaching on this little Tier 6 Chinese premium light tank with only 43 hit points. This is absolutely crazy if he thinks he's going to pick much up from here. Auto aims again at the T-34. Just missed a bit of an opportunity there to put some damage into the little Tier 6 tank. Shoots the IS, doesn't seem to do any damage. Shoots him again, he gets killed by the T-34, so that's one Tier 8 tank out of the game. But panzerquack does get spotted again, rolls back off. Results may vary in the Scorpion, getting absolutely smashed there. And looks like the T-34 had reloaded. That ISU 152 reckons he can pick himself up a couple of easy kills. First shot doesn't do much. Second shot goes into the back of the ISU 152. Shoots him again, and the T-34 picks up another kill. 2 kills to the T-34 from the SWAT clan, singling, and 8-13. It's still 7 versus 2 though, 7 versus 2. I don't know who your money's on. I know who my money's on because I've seen the results page. Luckily, that T-34 has got plenty of health. 1,241 out of his original 1,500 hit points of damage. And panzerquack from Calm Clan trying to get some vision on these tanks. T-34 picks up the kill on that 150, but the T-34 is picking up a shitload of damage from these enemy tanks. There's the 143. 143 on 254 hit points. Pretty sure it was the Lorraine sniping away from the back as the T-34 picks up another kill, taking out the T-37. panzerquack auto aims at the T-43. And there's the new defender tank. Switches to premium ammunition, picks up the kill on the tier 8, and slowly clawing this game. 2 versus 4 now. It was 2 versus 7 not so long ago. 3 versus 7 not so long ago. 1,759 hit points of damage as he moves back. He wants to be safe from that artillery, because even though it's only a tier 6, that artillery could certainly do a little bit of damage. Switches back to standard ammunition for the T-34-3. Focuses on the Lorraine first, but the T-34, the enemy tanks, really doing panzerquack and his team a real favour by going in one at a time. He puts one shot into the T-43, and the T-34 on panzerquack's side picks up another kill, confirming the top gun and evening the scoreboard up at 13 apiece. Just the Hellcat left attacking. Artillery shoots and misses. The Hellcat's only on 6 or 8 hit points. And panzerquack thinking I could probably get a ram kill here, but he's only on 28 hit points himself. Bit of pigging going on from the T-34. Trying to encourage panzerquack to get in the face of the tier 6 American tank destroyer. And no, he's telling him, go straight through the guts, go for the cap. There's only 4.5 minutes to go in this game. panzerquack from Calm Clan on 28 hit points, trying to turn this, what was looking like a terrible crushing defeat, trying to turn it into something else. So panzerquack not stuffing around, going straight through the middle of fjords. 4 minutes and 15 seconds left. Maybe is he going to cap, or is he going to go for artillery? Pinging A5 will probably, he's telling him in the chat, he's telling him that's where artillery was shooting me from. Not sure if the Hellcat could come back in time if panzerquack decided to cap this one out. Is he going to roll over the cap circle? No, he's not. Looks like he's going to try and go for the kill, try and take out the tier 6 artillery, the M44. He's on 28 hit points, panzerquack from Calm Clan. He's picked up 1,854 hit points of damage so far. There was a couple of blind shots, so maybe he's done a little bit more. I'm not sure. That Hellcat, remember, is on about 6 or 8 health, so he won't be attacking that T-34 anytime soon. panzerquack spots the M44 on 290 hit points, 280 hit points, so it'll be 3 shots if he wants to pick up the kill. Puts 1 shell into him, and he's no longer lit. It's on 167. Shoots him again. 1 more will be enough. And thank you very much, says panzerquack. That's his 3rd kill. 2,021 damage, and now of course the T-34 pinging the cap, because that T-34's on pretty low health as well. He certainly doesn't want to leave where he is. So I thought maybe the T-34 could have went up there. You'd think he would confidently bounce a shot from a Hellcat in the big tier 8 American premium heavy tank, or maybe he could have come around this way, try and draw the Hellcat into the cap circle. panzerquack from Calm Clan going straight for the cap circle, and of course we don't know what's going to happen here. Sitting on the cap circle, driving around like a man possessed. 1 minute and 20 seconds it's going to take to cap this out. 2 minutes and 13 seconds left on the clock. He's got a high explosive round loaded. He remembers that Hellcat was only on 6 or 8 hit points. The T-34 leaving the cap now. I guess the T-34 was probably worried if he had have moved around this side, RATZ's central northern part, or even straight down the guts. Once he got to around about F4, the Hellcat could have probably safely capped him out. panzerquack auto aim, shoots and kills the Hellcat, picks up his 4th kill, and turns what looked like a crushing defeat into pure gold on Fjords. As we have a quick look at the post-game battle results. Before I put my dinner on, it's an Ace Tanker Mastery Badge from panzerquack from Calm Clan, a Bruiser, Fighter, 5 for effect, and the Confederate Medal for hitting more enemy tanks than anybody else. 2,142 hit points of damage, 4 kills, 1185 base experience. He fired 32 shots, 24 hit, 21 did damage, and of course that was enough for an Ace Tanker Mastery Badge. The OI to Ruby Joe fired 5 shots, did absolutely nothing. There you go. Maybe the Peninsula is not the right place for a heavy tank, even when you're low tier. 13 minutes and 20 seconds it went for. 19,175,000 credits. 19,175 credits. With a standard account would have been just under 39,000 or just over 38,000 with a premium account. But what an Ace Tanker Mastery Badge. You fired 32 shots, 24 hit, 21 went through, and there's a couple of absolute ripper games featuring some tier 6 Chinese light tanks. Thanks for the replays, lads. Thanks for watching, everyone. Take care, and see you all next time.